afternoon. My name is Ann Keesey, and I am doing the devotions for McDonough First United Methodist Church in McDonough, Georgia. We've been in a shutdown now for about 3 or 4 months. And as I like to say, it's getting old. I really don't mind staying at home and not running everywhere in Henry County doing this and that, a whole multiple of different things. I'm doing what I've always done from my house and some extra things in the house as well. For example, I'm sewing, I'm cleaning up little spaces, and I'm remaining very productive. Probably more productive than I was before. My faith continues to grow stronger, and I feel that I have gotten closer to God during this time. But as I think back on the year 2020, and it's only 6 months old, it has been quite a year. I find that it's been scary and sometimes very difficult. I was sick during the last part of December 2019 and into January of 2020. Then came the coronavirus. Just as that was beginning to diminish it to a small extent, although we're not done with it yet, we became submerged in police killings of African Americans, racial protests, evenings of riots, bantering back and forth between political parties, large crowds of people not wearing masks and not social distancing, and the promises that the coronavirus will be coming back again stronger than it was before. Grocery shopping has become a chore. Watching what I touch, washing things that I buy before they come in the house, watching that I'm not getting too close to people and that I'm keeping proper social distancing. Even meeting people on walks means thinking about social distancing myself from others and not being in any one place too long. While I'm not a vain person, generally speaking, I have to wonder if I will ever be able to get my hair cut and the gray removed once again. Will I ever feel comfortable eating in a restaurant? Or am I going to forever be resigned to eating my groceries? While I'm very busy practicing and recording music at church for the worship services, picking hymns, preparing Bible studies, Zooming with choir, staff, and Bible study group and family, I can put some of the stress of the world aside. I can get my mind off of it, but it begins to collect and become a jumble mess of stuff in my brain that causes stress and anxiety. I wish in the worst way to be free to go wherever I want, whenever I want, and to experience the comforts of feeling safe around people and my world again. There is only one answer to this dilemma, and that is God. Throughout this time, I have continually been drawn back to Psalm 91. You might remember that I even did a devotion on this way back in the beginning of the pandemic. And yet, Psalm 91 keeps popping up in other devotions that I read each day. It says, "He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say to the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. This is only the beginning of the psalm, but the entire 16 verses are great comfort to anyone feeling distressed or vulnerable. I'd like to read to you the last portion of Psalm 91. If you make the Most High your dwelling, even the Lord, who is my refuge, then no harm will befall you. No disaster will come near your tent, for he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all of your ways. They will lift you up in their hands so that you will not strike your foot against a stone. You will tread upon the lion and the cobra. You will trample the great lion and the serpent. Because he loves me, says the Lord, I will rescue him. I will protect him, for he acknowledges my name. He will call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation. Isn't that comforting to know that God is always with us, no matter what we do or the situation that we are in? He is our refuge and our fortress. Let's remember that as we go through this next week, and may you have a wonderful week to come.